Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for March 30th from a very, very early morning here in Las Vegas. Sun's just rising as I speak. That's my favorite part of the day. A little bit easier, I don't know, in the morning to do videos. It's a little bit more awake, I guess. But anyway, let's get started. 2 days left in your month. Let's smash some winners as we head into April. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. Let's get into it. Let's preview Sunday's card. The NHL will get us started today. An 8-game schedule starting at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Montreal Canadiens heading down south to take on the Florida Panthers. Panthers are a massive 290 favorite. Totals 5.5, shaded to the over, minus $1.20. And so far we see, as expected, 93% of the money coming in on the Panthers, 91% coming in on the over. Most of that money on the Panthers, just small money and parlay money. So not that big of a deal. We're not going to be involved in the side on this game, obviously. Right now, we're on a 13-6 NHL side run, 902 units won, 22-14 on NHL total, 61% winners, 778 units of profit. The last 7 days, we produced 55% winners in the NHL, 1,569 units of profit. And of course, in the NHL, as Major League Baseball, it's a little bit more. I mean, the record is important, but obviously the money's more important in those two sports, and we've been absolutely smashing it. We've hit that same 55% mark over the last 90 days, 1,331 units of profit. So join me for today's big card. We'll have 3 games on our all-access schedule. Major League Baseball, 13-game card as usual, 1:35 Eastern Time. We'll start it off with the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Washington Nationals. Aaron Nola starts for the New York Mets against Mitchell Parker, who heads into his sophomore season with the Washington Nationals. We'll have another 3 games after smashing yesterday's Major League Baseball card. All access customers right now in baseball, and this is going back to the exhibition season, a 16-10 run. More impressive though on the MLB totals, which we added to last night. We're on a 12-5 MLB total run, 71% winners, 567 units of profit. College basketball always takes center stage this time of year, and today will be no different with Tennessee and Houston tipping off at 2:20 Eastern Time. Of course, that will be followed by Michigan State and Auburn at 5:05 Eastern Time. We'll have 3 plays from those 2 games. Side and total in one of those games, and then just side or total in the other one. Finally, NBA, an 8-game schedule starting at 3:30 Eastern Time with the Clippers and the Cleveland Cavaliers tip off. That will start the NBA Sunday card. That's the top game on the rotation. All access customers, guys, you're on a 59-39 run on NBA totals, 60% winners, 1,578 units of profit. So we'll have 3 games on our NBA card. Make sure you join us again on Sunday. Absolutely smashing NBA totals. That adds up to a 12-game all-access card. Plenty of opportunities on Sunday and plenty of reasons why you should join me today. All records, all plays, documented daily at Pickdawgz.com. Of all the games on today's schedule, clearly Tennessee and Houston are receiving the most attention. So far, we see over 28,000 monitored tickets on this game. Money is absolutely pouring in on Tennessee, which has pushed this number down from Houston minus 4.5 to Houston minus 2.5. 69% of the money is on the Volunteers. The total has been pushed up to 124.5 after opening up at 121.5. A massive amount of money coming in on the over 90% of the money monitored. Before I get to our free play, let's just talk real quick about my most popular package, and that's clearly my annual all-access pass. Just $4.11 a day gives you every play that I release for one low price. You get the entire Major League Baseball season. You get the entire MLB or NFL season. You get college football. You get right up to this point next year in college basketball, NHL, NBA. you guys get the point. We will pick you up where we are right now. We'll set you down at this exact point in 2026 for just $4.11 a day. Also, you got one more day, guys, before the prices change on the MLB season pass. You can get it for less than $100 a month. Get every play from now to the last pitch of the World Series for less than $100 a month. That will change on Tuesday. Matter of fact, it will change, Monday night. Monday night at midnight. You get it. Tuesday morning, whatever you want to say. But you guys get it. You got one day remaining. Get on board. We're going to have a terrific season. We're off to a great start. Okay, on to your free play. And it comes from rotation number 957, 958, 4:10 Eastern Time matchup between the Chicago Cubs and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Matthew Boyd will get the ball for the Chicago Cubs after signing as a free agent in December. So always good to see how the back end of your rotation is going to fare when you go out and get a guy like Matthew Boyd. We pay so much attention to the top two starters in the rotation. But really, this is the nitty-gritty. This is what is going to push you over when it comes to September and October baseball. How good is that back end of your rotation? So we'll get to see that in Chicago today. Not really a back end guy, but a middle guy for the Chicago Cubs. He could be a second guy on most staffs. He could be a fourth on some staff, but a very important signee for the Chicago Cubs. Eduardo Rodriguez will get the ball for the Snakes. He just threw 50 Major League Baseball innings last season, only 10 in the spring. He signed as a free agent in 2023 with Arizona, so not a lot from Rodriguez after that signing, and we'll see what they get out of him in 2025. Chicago 2-3 this year, straight up 2-3 against the run line, 2-1 when it comes to totals, and they dropped obviously those first two games against the Los Angeles Dodgers in Tokyo. The Cubs have fought back to win 2 of 3 games against Arizona, and despite a 2-1 record in this series, they have been outscored 17-15. So we'll see how that plays out today. Arizona 2-1 straight up, 2-1 ATS, 1-1-1 on the totals, and we're going to see if Arizona is going to go back to their 2024 form, because if you go back a year, we remember that Arizona was one of the most reliable over teams in Major League Baseball. In fact, they won 64% of their games went over the total, good for 2,618 units of profit if you combine that with in 2025 with their 2025 record. The Orioles were the next closest, 58% overs, 1,923 units of profit. So not even close. Arizona by far was the best over team in Major League Baseball last year. At home in 2024, the Snakes were 52-29 to the over, 64% winners, 1,998 units of profit, and that really changed from the 2022-23 seasons, where they were one of the most reliable under teams. So you have to kind of read the tea leaves on some of these teams and which way that they're going. But after 2 seasons of being a reliable under team, they have completely changed things around and have been a terrific over team. Last season, the Diamondbacks, coming off a loss at Chase Field by 1 run, were 10-7. The Diamondbacks, coming off a loss and under at Chase Field, were 10-7 in their next game. I'll say that one more time. The Diamondbacks, when coming off an under at Chase Field, were 10-7 in their next game to the over. Arizona 5-1 to the over last season when they lost their previous game at home, and that game resulted in an under. So basically what that means is when they lost a pitching duel at home, the next game their bats came alive. So that's going to be your free play today. We're going to go Chicago Cubs, Arizona Diamondbacks over 9 minus $1.18. Now go to pickdawgz.com, where every individual play and every discounted long-term pass is locked and loaded, including my annual all-access pass for just $4.11 a day. I can't thank you enough for joining me each and every day. Please hit that like and subscribe button. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Sunday.